Alright, let's do this. Got a few errands to run today. And that's getting normal average day. Doing the diggy because the event is going on right now. The treasure hunt event in Lotro. The way we're doing it, instead of me just doing, I was literally like, I'm just gonna do every night diggy. Doing it for a half hour right before I leave to do this actually works. It's like half hour. I ran actually a little bit longer today, which I probably shouldn't have done, but it is what it is, because I got errands to run today. We're going to, and I have to get gas. I got a little bit of a chill actually. It's amazing the amount of people who stop by, and I don't know if this is a normal thing. I don't know if I don't even know what it is. I'm going to pause real quick. Step 1 done. Okay. We're going to have to pause again. So we're going to get gas. And I was running. It's funny, you hit the... I shouldn't have run. No reason to run whatsoever. Alright, let's do this. And just like that, we got gas. Yeah. The pause button has been kind of nice to have. But I gotta be careful with it. Let's see, what else is happening? Oh. So basically spent 2 days on my day off, thinking that getting the animation done swipe was getting the animation done on the guard swipe was the tough work. And I ended up building 11 cells, which, just so you know, the Cake Shake only has 4. So I can really crank those suckers out. And but yeah, it took me so long just to make the animation. And it's only from the mouth down to the waist. That's it. It literally is just a bust. Yeah. So I, have the template now. Yay, template. And I decided that I was going to try to do a second one. And because I wasn't digging last night, I was able to do an art stream. I thought, oh, I'll get this done, and I got a Cake Shake to do. I'll get the Cake Shake done after it. And it's like, no, I spent the entire time working on that, and I didn't finish. So it's definitely a lot more work than I thought it was going to be. The other difference is that my template is only the bust, and so I was able to, when I drew the picture, I was able to just impose that. It's kind of, I realize what I have to do. I have to actually go all the way up to the eyes. I have to go all the way down to the waist. I can impose that on there. So I didn't. It's a lot more work. It's okay. I think the only animation that has more cells that I've done so far is the upside down Spider-Man. But the difference between that and doing the cake, because I'm not going to be doing, I didn't really make a template for it. Well, I kind of did. But I'm not really making a template for it to make more upside down kissing. And that took me a lot longer too. I think that has 12 cells. And, Yeah, anything more than 12 cells is too much for an emote, an animated emote. Thinking about doing a take my money one. I'm thinking about doing a popcorn one. And it still reminds me that I was like going, I was gonna do dwarves this year, and we're doing the diggies. Like, I would love to have had done. I didn't know that they were going to be doing as many as they did, but I actually might. This is a might. I actually might do do the dwarf. And like the orc queue, it's gonna be in one of my hoodies. And yeah, I'll have a dwarf in a hoodie. The hoodies, I'm gonna definitely do the platypus in a hoodie. I don't know whether I'm gonna have the hoodie up or down. Make one with it up, make one with it down. I was tempted to do with my orc. It's another thing I wanted to animate. I kind of do a more Daka. I want to do a slamming on the table one. Definitely wanted a kiss one, which I got. I think it's kind of funny. I was thinking about making a Dakimakura hug, like hugging a Dakimakura emote. But definitely having problems with stodes. it's this. I think I'm at a limit. I think that's what it really is. I wiped it out twice. I've shrunk everything down really small, and it's still not accepting it. People are wondering, like, how am I making these gifts? I'm actually using a program called Gift Maker. And that's it. It's that simple. It's just a program. I'm looking to challenge myself again. And I love challenging myself. I love doing that. I don't know what the next challenge is going to be, but I'm looking to challenge myself. I'm looking to get into more things. I have B Studio. It's a free program on Steam. I definitely think that the more things I keep adding. What are you doing? You didn't pull out. Yes, if he pulled out and didn't look and didn't see me, we would have had an accident. But I am definitely staying alert, car. So that's what it was. It was a red flashing stay alert thing that my car just did. I think it's useful, but man, it gets to a point of annoyance. I don't know if my car likes the fact that I use my hands a lot when I talk. And so I'm driving with one hand, and they're like, oh, you gotta stay alert. Oh, pay attention. Oh, this stuff. You touched the white line. Now, are you lane changing because you're not using your blinker? And there are times when it just doesn't even register. I think it's so unhelpful. There it is. It's not very helpful at all. I think that's why the self-driving cars are not doing so hot, because this isn't helpful at all. And I'm still, well, for now, I'm still in control. For now, I'm still in control. I definitely think that there's going to come a time when I'm not able to drive my own car. We definitely live in that type of a world. I am, because of the moonshot that we did. And the fact that somebody said that they have gone out further than any man has ever gone out before. Which is amazing to me, and I'm surprised it's not like headline news. I'm surprised it's like not, when we had astronauts, they had ticker tape parades. And yeah, I know that when Apollo 13 happened, that made national news. But by the time, nobody really cares about what happened with Apollo 12. Nobody really cares what happened with Apollo 14. Well, I do, so I guess I shouldn't say nobody, unless I'm nobody. But when you think about that, Apollo 11 was the big deal. That was when we first landed on the moon. And before that, we were going to the moon, we were shooting around the moon, we were doing all these things. I mean, there's 11 missions. There were 10 other missions before we landed on the moon. And each one was a big deal. Each one, garnered, huge headlines. I grew up in absolute awe of the space program, so an absolute mesmerized by it. When I was a kid, I thought that was the future. I thought human was going to evolve to being a spacefaring race. told me when I was 10 years old that we were never going to, leave low Earth orbit, for 45 years, actually, for 53 years, think about that, 53 years it's been since we've left low Earth orbit. Most of the population doesn't even know that, like, how big of a deal that is. And the furthest we're going out is the moon. If you told me that the furthest we were going to go out in 53 years was back to the moon, I would have been like going, you're crazy. That's crazy. We're going to be, setting up colonies, and I mean, even sci-fi movies all had us going, on colonies on Mars, at least, by this point. Even things like Star Trek, back in the 60s, before we were on the moon, had us not only having first contact and with alien races, but being an actual spacefaring race. And I thought that's where we were headed. I really did. My entire lifetime. It's one of the reasons why, like, when you have to give up on your dreams, you have to give up on your dreams, because we as the human race decided that was not important. When an astronaut spends over a year in space, a year, that recently happened. We should have been so much further than that by now, and we're not. We have to make structures that, compact and are able to handle, heavy winds, radiation, and all this other stuff on Mars, and we're not even anywhere close to that. We were supposed to be mining the moon, and we're not even close to that. Setting up a moon base is essential, in my opinion, to getting to Mars. Sending equipment and food and resources setting that stuff. It's the reason why. It's the failure of The Martian. Let me. This is a hindsight, and it is a warning. Sorry. It is a warning to what could happen, and that something we need to prepare for. It's something we need to prepare for in the long run. And I don't see us. I don't see us as heeding the warnings and stuff like that. I don't see us. Right now, like I watched, the biggest report on the moonshot. Archimedes. The biggest report was the toilets were broken. I'm just kind of like, that's not news. Fix them. There's so much else. There's so many other things to report on that I'm interested in, but I guess it's not newsworthy. Yeah, I really don't care what the view of the dark side of the moon is. I don't. Not at all. Yeah, cool beans in the comments below. We're gonna have a good time, and we got lots of stuff going on. I got stream, video. I got 2 live streams going now for the duration of the treasure hunt on Lotro, and that's Lord of the Rings Online to people who have not been paying attention. And they have an event called Treasure Hunt, and I'm going to diggy for a half hour every day until it's over. And we're going to see how we do. Yeah, it started on the 3rd and it's ending the 13th, and it is already the 6th. So yeah, we're pushing right along. Got 1 week left until it's over, but we can do it. We can do it. Done. So cool beans in the comments below. Doesn't have to be cool beans. It could be whatever you want. I do this for the connection. I don't do it. I'm not doing it for money. And if you see an ad, I'm sorry, but I'm not making any money on it. So I don't care if you watch it or not, or if you have an ad blocker up. It doesn't matter to me. No skin off my freaking nose. I don't know if the ad blockers stop it recording the time, but that we've already proven that the analytics are bunk anyway. So I still look at them, and I shouldn't, because I think it drives me a little bit crazy. But you are the most important thing. You are everything to the things that I'm doing. You are part of my art. You inspire me. Everything. You. not a fictitious figure named chat that you're a part of. You as a whole, you yourself. And so take care of yourself. Be well. And I will catch you on the flip side. And wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a fantastic time doing it. I really do. All right, take care.